We are heading into the Father's Day weekend. How is the forecast shaping up? Well, it kind of depends on what side of the country you're in. A pretty sharp divide between the west and east. Now, as we take a look at eastern Canada, it was on our Thursday where we had quite a bit of stormy weather. Take a look at this in Quebec, parts of Ontario and Quebec with tornado watches and warnings kind of issued throughout our Thursday. And look at some of the downpours combining with the strong winds. Pretty wicked stuff. Now, some of that stormy energy still lingering in parts of eastern Canada, pushing into parts of Quebec and New Brunswick for today. Now, we're also looking at a chance of some stormy weather in parts of the prairies today and even into the early part of our weekend. Here is the jet stream pattern that is causing this pretty noticeable divide across the country, especially as we head into next week. We're going to be seeing cooler, unsettled conditions in the west and some pretty stifling heat and humidity in the east. Now, as we take a look at Western Canada this afternoon, we're going to be seeing, a chance of some stormy weather for parts of central Alberta. Even southern Saskatchewan could see a bit of severe thunderstorm activity. That's what we see right here, with a chance of thunderstorms pushing into a good chunk of British Columbia as well, and even onto Vancouver Island. Now, looking at our day tomorrow, a chance for severe thunderstorms. That's going to be more so on that border between Manitoba and Saskatchewan. But here's a look at some of the activity today popping up along this low pressure system, and it's going to look quite active into our day tomorrow as well, with scattered thunderstorms forecast across much of Western Canada. Winds are going to be a big factor over the next few days for the prairies, especially on Sunday. Take a look at some of the wind gusts we have forecast heading into our Sunday afternoon, so it could be quite strong there. Take a look at that dip in temperatures. I mentioned the jet stream delivering unsettled and cooler weather, but it's really noticeable for Calgary. Look at our Father's Day forecast on Sunday, 11 with rain. Maybe not the best day to take that out for that round of golf, but rebounding nicely into the week. We'll keep an eye on that forecast. And as far as rainfall, I talked about unsettled conditions, and that's true for British Columbia. That's really kicking off today, and that's going to be the story throughout the weekend, along with some cooler than normal temperatures. Now, we're doing okay temperature-wise for today, but taking a look at Vancouver, a little bit of a dip for the weekend, rebounding nicely into the work week. For Ontario, we're really looking at a gorgeous weekend. It's going to start off today for our Friday and continue over the next few days. We're seeing some scattered thunderstorm potential, maybe in parts of southwestern Ontario, but very minimal energy left over for those storms, as we're seeing, again, a very nice looking weekend on tap. The severe weather is more so into parts of eastern Quebec and into the Maritimes. And for New Brunswick, that's where we have the greatest risk for some tornado development for today. You can see here that area of severe weather encompassing quite a large part of the province. Now, here's a look at how things are going to be kind of sparking up along this cold front into the late afternoon and the evening. Overnight storms continue, then another wave of moisture moving in. That's really going to make for quite an unsettled and rainy weekend in much of Atlantic Canada. Here's a look at our non-severe thunderstorm threat overnight and into our Saturday. Once again, some non-severe thunderstorms scattered across a good chunk of Nova Scotia, PEI, and into Newfoundland as well. Now, taking a look at the rainfall, a lot of that is on the way. As you can see here, Newfoundland is getting targeted with a lot of moisture, but so is parts of eastern Nova Scotia.